Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we are on the public test server to have a look at Cold Shoulder. So Cold Shoulder is a named double-barrel shotgun that was a season reward about a year and a half ago, I believe. If you weren't around for that, you can get it for stamps, the plan for it. It is sold by Giuseppe in the White Spring. So with all of the changes between the base damage of shotguns going up and all of the perks being reworked, the damage this does should be a lot higher once the update rolls around in June. So the Cold Shoulder is quadruple ammo capacity, bonus damage to cryptids. It actually does cryo damage and it does a freezing effect on targets. So one of the nice changes here is love the spread. This is one of the old shotgunner perks. Weapons that fire 3 or more projectiles gain 30% range, which means the range on shotguns maxes out at 72. This will take that up to 93. So that's a pretty decent bump. I mean, it's still not a long range weapon, but we can definitely hit from farther away. Then we have Scattershot. I love this perk. I love the change to this perk. Damage to 20% of the damage dealt to a limb is applied to all limbs on your target. So say you're shooting the head, any amount of damage you do to that, 20% of that amount will be dealt to each and every other limb on your target, which means you can cripple multiple limbs with 1 or 2 shots. And that synergizes nicely with Easy Target, where we do plus 75% range damage to crippled targets. Mainly this is going to be more useful on larger things that don't go down on one shot. And this perk as well, Shotgun Champ, plus 10% damage to crippled targets per projectile your weapon fires. This fires 8 projectiles, so that should be an extra 80% damage on crippled targets. We have Number Cruncher, 2% increased damage per AP cost. AP cost on this, the way I have it modded, is 25, so an additional 50% damage there. Tormentor, 20% more damage per crippled limb your target has. So again, all of the crippling just really combines to increase the damage by quite a lot. Then we have Gunslinger Expert, Guerrilla Master, and Guerrilla. These are all just the reworked pistol cards. Give us extra damage, mostly to close-up enemies. And Enforcer, that is just more limb damage, so help us cripple things quicker. And Adrenaline, the reworked Adrenaline card. If we're in clusters of enemies, which we'll mostly be doing in this video, the damage can really rank up rather quickly. And of course, Critical Hit, so I have Critical Savvy and Better Criticals. We also have this card, Cryologist. It increases cryo damage based on your intelligence. This weapon does do cryo damage, so this will actually give us a decent boost to the cryo damage part of that. So here's the mutations. Speed Demon, faster reload speed, that's really nice. I mean, we do only have 8 projectiles, so we'll reload quite a bit. Herd Mentality, extra specials, Perception, Intelligence being boosted helps with this weapon specifically. Egghead giving us extra intelligence for the cryo card, and Eagle Eyes giving us extra perception and extra critical damage, all helpful. Now, Cold Shoulder's always been a solid performer. It does feel like it's fallen behind a little bit just because, let's do some center mass here. Yeah, not really a long-range weapon, but it kind of feels like it's fallen a little behind just because of the, the addition of 4 stars to the game, so you can actually mod, other shotguns. This cannot be modded. It is as it is. But with the addition of 4-star, if we can hit, everything's a one-shot so far. Well, everything that's within reasonable range. You can see those numbers. And the numbers on shotguns are all stacked on top of each other. So multiply the numbers that you're seeing by 8. And that is how much damage we're doing. But yeah, the fact that, you could do 4 stars and other things, you could make other shotguns really good. And so, yeah, this one's felt like it's kind of trailed behind a little bit lately. However, being able to boost cryo damage, plus we've got the increased base damage or whatever, you can see this thing is hitting super hard. And so far, it definitely feels, I mean, I've used it a lot on live, so I can tell you it is a whole lot stronger than it is on live. And having a little bit of extra range means we can actually hit stuff, which is pretty nice. Yeah, and one thing that's actually frustrated me on live is as a shotgunner, because this character is a dedicated shotgunner, I don't use any other kinds of weapons. I use all kinds of shotguns. But when I've tried doing raids, and I've done a few, I don't feel super useful with a shotgun. I use the pepper shaker a bit, just so I have some range against enemies. But okay, he's not taking any kind of damage at all. Hello, maybe. There we go. Eventually, sometimes the server just does not cooperate. But it's been kind of frustrating as a shotgunner with raids because it feels like just regular shotguns. I mean, obviously the ammo capacity is always going to be a thing. Even with 8, it's still going to be a thing. Let's do a fusion core. I mean, that's pretty good. We're not super up close and personal, so that's actually pretty good. I'm happy with that. Let's see. I don't have Born Survivor, so I have to pay attention to my health a little bit. Things are going... something. Oh, really far away. Did something just fly down? That's what it looked like. Something just flew down. There we go. Got you and anyone else? Nobody else. Just lots of clattering. But I do think with all the changes, especially to limb damage, I'm thinking maybe I could actually be useful against, you know, like the Guardian with the shield. I don't know about the Snake. I can't really easily test on the Snake, but I think I want to take this into the Guardian. Maybe not try and solo it, you know, to kill it, but just see how we do on the shields, because I think we might be okay. Head for you. Not a one-shot. It's always surprising when it's not a one-shot. But you can see this thing is hitting, you know, pretty hard. And the nice thing about shotguns is they're just insanely ammo efficient. All you have to do is area loot once in a while, not even every time, just once in a while, and you get back way more ammo than you could possibly use in a lifetime. So this thing has kind of always performed well against Snallygasters because it does do bonus cryptid damage, and these are cryptids. So one shot, whoops. That was one of the downsides about the change to Scattershot. I mean, overall, I do like it, but on live, Scattershot gives you, I mean, it does weight reduction on shotguns, but it also does, I think it's 30% faster reload, and you definitely notice that's no longer a thing. I kind of wish that it gave you the bonus reload still, but I will take I'll take what it does now over that any day, because the multiple limb crippling thing is so nice. There we go. That fast travel was pretty quick. I still have some adrenaline going if I can find a target to kill. Keep my adrenaline streak going. Okay, so we've got some good adrenaline. I want to get the Mirelurk Queen out. So if we can hit her with maximum adrenaline. Look at that, we're at 10. All right, so that's pretty good. And I still haven't put Adrenal Reaction on this character. I keep forgetting. So, because that would just be more bonus damage. All right, she's not going to get too close. So, yeah, look how quickly she goes down. Like, it's so... Against big targets, shotguns are really good against big targets now. Especially if you hit, okay, seemed like one of those shots didn't do any damage. But it seems like if you hit reasonably hard, you'll cripple enemies. And we have, you know, every cripple, well, no, we don't have every cripple bonus. I don't have Martyr Renegade just because I couldn't find a space for it. But yeah, that was nice and quick. I mean, between all of the limb damage changes and the change to Scattershot, shotguns, or anything that shoots multi-projectiles, is almost turned into a big game hunter weapon. Oh, someone's, oh, okay. Nice stagger. Out of ammo. And he did take damage, because why would he take damage? Is this thing gonna land? Maybe? Maybe, I don't know. It may not matter. Too many other enemies. There we go. One more shot and you are down. But yeah, shotguns to me feel like big game hunter weapons rather than, oh geez. Yeah, so much server lag lately in terms of just enemies. You hit them and nothing happens. So for the last little test here, I've actually taken a viewer suggestion and now I'm on a custom server. All right, so here are the details of the custom server I've set up. The only thing that really matters here is the combat. What I've done is I've set damage received to 0, which means I will not take any damage. Damage I do will be unaffected. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to see how effective the Cold Shoulder can be against the Guardian Shield. This character can't take that damage. Normally I would play on a team and I could take cover and whatever, so I wouldn't have to worry about standing there tanking it. But because I'm by myself, I'm going to be the only target and I will just die so quickly, I won't be able to test how much damage I am doing against the shield because it will be none because I'll be dead. Now the reason I want to test this is because I've done raids, I've done raids on teams with this character, and this is a shotgunner exclusively, that's all I use, and I just don't feel like I'm contributing damage at all when I'm doing that. So I want to see if that has changed. So let's see, there we go, I'm not taking any damage. I still will do staggers though, but you can look, I'm actually, well, that's pretty good. And I have taken off Ricochet, by the way, because, I mean, if he's not doing any damage, I'm assuming Ricochet won't do anything, but I actually don't know. This is actually doing, I mean, the fact that it's going down in noticeable chunks and I run out of AP, which wouldn't normally happen. I'd normally get knocked out of VATS before that would happen. So this is actually, I mean, obviously having to reload constantly is a thing, but that's still, I mean, if you think of me as being on a team of, other people, I'm actually contributing a decent amount. So I'm actually pretty happy with how much damage this does I mean, every hit, you can see the bar moves in a noticeable amount. Now, I'm not going to go all the way and try and kill him. I think that would be completely pointless since, you know, I'm not taking any damage, and that's really not the point of this, but I just want to know that this actually does reasonable amounts of damage against the shield between the, you know, all of the limb damage perks that we have, and yeah, this thing is pretty nice. I am kind of curious to see what kind of damage I do against the Guardian itself. All right, let's see what the damage looks like against the Guardian. I'm not expecting, oh, wow. Wow, this, okay, so this actually does pretty nice damage. Obviously the fire rate, I mean, it's the ammo capacity that's the limiter, not the fire rate. But let's see, even if we're not in VATS, yeah, we're doing okay. I mean, VATS is less, or out of VATS is less because I'm not doing critical hits or anything like that. But, oh wow, okay, so this is actually performing much better against the Guardian than on live, like way better. So I'm actually pretty happy with the amount of damage that was doing on the shield of the Guardian and the Guardian itself. That's a big improvement over live, where I feel like I'm just doing nothing at all. And I'm actually looking forward to trying this out on the Snake when it comes to live. Unfortunately, that's not something I can easily do on the public test server. But overall, I'd say the Cold Shoulder's looking like it's going to be, and shotguns in general, I think, is going to be in a very good spot in June when this update comes. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit one of the buttons, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.